Hello, welcome to your weather forecast. My name is Julie Godot with you one more time, and we're going to talk about the forecast coming up for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm going to walk you through this weekend. We'll do Monday, and tomorrow's video will include Monday, but for the time being, we're just going to focus on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because we do have a 3-day weekend coming up, and I hope you guys had a good week this week, a good productive week at school and work. I hope you're having a good day today, and I hope you have good plans for this weekend. Get out there, do some barbecuing, maybe some camping, good outdoor stuff, because the weather's going to be pretty nice down across the southern end of the nation and the central plains for the most part, with the exception of some severe weather in the northern plains. But we'll see nice weather down through Texas and the Southwest as well. So I hope you guys have a nice weekend. We'll try to set it up so that some of you guys can get some outdoor fun in, okay? Our city, before we jump into our city of the day, you can leave your comments, your likes. You can subscribe to the channel. Please interact with the video because it helps the algorithm and it helps to get my channel out there. And I can get these fabulous weather forecasts to more and more people if you interact with the video. So just hit that like button or leave a comment. Talk about how I look like Al Roker or something. I don't care. Just say something to the video. So anyway, let's keep it pushing. Our city of the day is the lovely city of Portland, Oregon. Portland, baby. Yes, Portland. Portland, Oregon is Oregon's largest city, and it sits on the Columbia River and the what's the name of the other river? I think it's the Willamette River down there. I think that's it right there. And they're lovely bridges. They have awesome bridges here down in Portland. That's one of the things about Portland. And the other thing I love about Portland, and it's environmentally friendly. Seattle and Portland and Minneapolis. Seattle, Portland, and Minneapolis, St. Paul are the three best cities when it comes to being environmentally friendly, environmentally conscious. So shout out to the Pacific Northwest. One of the things I love about the Western states is most of the Western states tend to be more environmentally conscious. So I appreciate that. Look at the trees. They have a lot of beautiful parks. They've taken old highways that divide cities and have turned them into greenways and things like that. They've torn down freeways or whatever parkways and turned them into green spaces. And what even they have out here too is land bridges so that animals could cross the I-5 and things like that, because you may have wildlife reserves or park. And they set it up so that animals can cross the highway and not get hit by cars. So I really, really love the places that are green oriented and things like that. So shout out to Portland, Oregon for having that focus on green spaces and the environment and things like that. So before I burst open with joy here, we're going to continue with this weather forecast. So, your forecast in Portland today, 56 degrees for temperature right now, cloudy skies out there. You will be seeing some showers move on shore, unfortunately. So your Friday is kind of end on a wet note today, but you'll be getting those rain showers because Oregon and Washington has had a rainfall deficit. So any opportunities to make up those rainfall deficits for some of the farms more in the interior portions of Oregon and Washington there would be greatly needed. So we'll take the rainfall. And so let's move on with our forecast, and we're going to look at our national radar right now and talk about areas of rainfall and where severe weather is going to be taking place today. Okay, here we are with the national radar, and we do see a comma here, so we not being indicative of a storm system. We have a cold front here that's extending from the Great Lakes all the way down along the southeast here, the mid-Atlantic, down to the Gulf Coast and out over the Gulf of Mexico. We'll be seeing these showers and thunderstorms along this frontal boundary here. And we can see our severe weather in this region today, down from South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia here, as well as the mid-Atlantic states. And we're going to be seeing that up into Pennsylvania. We're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms. So large hail and damaging winds is going to be possible. And even some tornadoes is possible to form in this region today as well. But in the meantime, right now, you are seeing those showers and thunderstorms out there all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And then we have our area of low pressure right in this region here in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. So that's going to be spreading some showers and storms in this region as well. So if you're in Ohio, Indianapolis, or Indiana, Illinois, you're going to be seeing those showers today as well. Parts of Wisconsin as well is going to be seeing those showers here in Michigan, as well as near the Milwaukee area. You're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. And here in the northern plains, we're going to be seeing showers here through the plains of Montana and North and South Dakota. We're seeing some showers and thunderstorms just starting to get going as well for today, as this is our other little area that could see some potentially severe weather this afternoon and evening. And as far as wet weather is concerned, that's everything that's going on right now across the country. So this map is a little bit quieter than it was over the last couple of days. But let's move on and talk about our national forecast. All right, we're moving right along with our national weather forecast for the next 3 days here. And we're going to start off with today's forecast for your Friday. And again, what's going to be jumping out at us is our area of severe weather here once again along the mid-Atlantic states and down into parts of the southeast here. So we're going to start off here around New York City and New Jersey here, where we're going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms that's going to be moving through later this afternoon and evening. You are seeing those storms approach your area right now, and it's going to also have the potential here for some flash flooding here in the mid-Atlantic states. You can see here there's going to be the potential for some flash flooding from some of these heavier thunderstorms, as we're going to have a lot of rainfall in this region here along this cold front that's going to be moving to the east there. So you're going to be dealing with those showers and thunderstorms today, okay? So that is a look at your Friday forecast as far as the northeast concerned. In the southeast, those showers and thunderstorms are going to extend all the way down into Florida. We're talking about the Ohio Valley as well, and the upper Midwest. So we have Indiana and Illinois that's going to be seeing those showers and storms. Those storms also are going to cover the northern end of the Appalachian Mountain Range. So Kentucky and Tennessee, you're going to be getting influence from some of those showers and storms as well. And we're going to take a look at the northern plains here. So in the northern plains, we got this area here along this frontal boundary. So we're going to have this warm front that's going to bisect, or dissect the northern plains and the high plains here from Nebraska through Wyoming, Montana, and the Dakotas. So this guy is going to lift out this way, but in doing so, it's going to generate some thunderstorms here. Some really strong thunderstorms is going to be possible in this region, where we're going to see maybe some stovepipe tornadoes possible here, maybe a couple cones. I like these elevated thunderstorms that you tend to see in the high plains out here in the Dakotas and in Montana and Wyoming. So we're going to be looking for those stovepipe tornadoes today, and large hail, damaging wind with some of these guys here. We'll see thunderstorms all the way into Minnesota, both Dakotas, Nebraska. We got Montana, Wyoming. Our snow is going to be here across the front range of the northern Rockies here. We're going to be seeing them in western Montana, northern and central Idaho, as well as some snow showers there along the Cascades. And that snow is going to be above 6,000 feet. We'll see thunderstorms in the Pacific Northwest as well. And we'll see rain showers along the coastal sections, Portland and Seattle there. Eugene, you guys are going to be seeing those rain showers and things like that this afternoon. But what we see in our red flag here are parts of Nevada and Utah. Our red flag area from some dry weather conditions, low relative humidities, some wind, and a little heat building in. We got those temperatures in the 90s right now, down around the Las Vegas area, getting close to that 100 out there. So pay attention to what you're doing. If you're doing any barbecuing, be careful because the fire danger is going to be high in this region, as well as parts of Arizona and New Mexico as well, but it's just not high enough for that red flag warning for today. So that is a look at the weather across America for Friday for today. Now let's look at tomorrow. So tomorrow, again, more showers and storms here through the northeast as this front is ever so slowly moving to the east. But now the front is moving through the northeast on your Saturday, so you'll be seeing some more of those showers and thunderstorms. But you won't have any severe weather or flooding to worry about for your Saturday. And we'll see some more showers and storms down here through central and south Florida. More showers and storms in the northern plains here in the upper Midwest. So Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Dakotas, Nebraska. Now we're going to see our severe weather threat right in here through South Dakota and Nebraska. Again, all modes of severe weather is going to be possible. Well, we're going to see those tornadoes possible, large hail damage you in, maybe a little bit of flooding. Some of these storms might be a little bit what we call a low precipitation supercell. So we could see some LP supercells down in this region tomorrow as well, because it's kind of a higher terrain, high plains area. So those storms will tend to be a little bit more elevated than what we see in Minnesota, here in eastern Minnesota in the Mississippi River Valley, where our storms tend to be low base. So they're not really the funnest storms to chase in the world, and they're not good photogenic storms. But these guys, yeah, you want to get your good camera for these guys. Beautiful stovepipe tornadoes and all that kind of crazy stuff. Going to be an exciting time for the storm chasers out there for your Saturday. But those storms will extend into Montana, Wyoming, and we'll see that snow here and through the northern Rockies and into the Cascades. We'll see some snow. Again, high elevation. So if you're above 6,000 feet, if you might be wanting to hit some of the ski resorts before they close toward the end of the year here, if you want to hit the Big Sky ski resort or anything like that, there's your last chance to get some of that snow in before the snow stops for the season for like a month. So again, high pressure is going to take control of the East Coast and the Southeast for your Saturday. So you guys in the Midwest, the Southeast, the Gulf Coast area, down into Texas, going to see beautiful weather for your Saturday. So we're going to see a nice Memorial Day weekend take shape for you guys down here. Lower humidity as well, as that cold front is going to suppress some of that humidity and push it back down toward the Gulf of Mexico. So you're going to get a little bit of a break as far as the humidity is concerned. We'll see our red flag here through Arizona and New Mexico, our very low relative humidity in place once again, and heat as well, and some 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts through the canyons and passes is going to also help elevate your risk for fires to break out in this region for your Saturday as well. Lovely weather for California and New Mexico, New Mexico, Arizona, and southern Nevada as well. Lovely weather for your weekend, okay? So that is the look for your Saturday. Saturday. Now let's talk about Sunday. Sometimes I get the days mixed up. Okay, so now the Northeast, Sunday finally dries out for you guys. So you guys get to dry out. No thunderstorms expected for you guys on your Sunday. No storms expected along the southeast coast. No storms expected along the Gulf Coast. Maybe a few storms and showers down here in Florida. But other than that, dry conditions over much of the eastern half of the nation. So if you're east of the Mississippi River, you're going to have a nice dry Sunday. So a good couple days for you guys for your Memorial Day weekend. So, but if you're here in the northern plains, through parts of Nebraska, northwestern Iowa, we got eastern South Dakota, southeastern North Dakota, and a good chunk of Minnesota, severe weather. We're going to see that enhanced risk for severe weather for Sunday out there. So a lot of severe thunderstorms for Sunday. Some big hail again, damaging winds. We might see a derecho here in the northern plains. Tornadoes is going to be possible. Flash flooding as well, as we can see some heavy rainfall. So very interesting weekend for the upper Midwest. It always storms up here on Memorial Day weekend. It never fails that we see bad thunderstorms here in the northern plains when Memorial Day comes. And this year will be no exception, as big time thunderstorms is expected to develop here in the northern plains. So I expect to see Reed Timmer and all those storm chasing guys up here this weekend, up here somewhere in the northern plains. All right, those storms are going to pretty much exist throughout the whole northern plains, the northern tier of the nation. So we're talking about through the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. Showers and storms, snow in the higher elevations above the Rockies. So again, more thunder, snow might even be possible out there. But if you're up above 7,000 feet, then you'll see some snow showers. Now, a lot of this activity is going to be widely scattered. This whole area is not going to be seeing rain and snow and all that at the same time. We're talking widely scattered activities with the concentration of the bad stuff right in here where these yellow stripes are. This is where all the bad stuff's going to happen. All right, so now we have our red flag just here in New Mexico. So we'll be dealing with that really low relative humidity. A lot of wind, once again. That wind is going to be howling, and we're going to be seeing some heat in place. So we're going to be seeing those temperatures approach 100 degrees here in southern New Mexico. So if you're like Las Vegas, Deming, Las Cruces, if you headed over to El Paso, Texas, you're going to be seeing that heat really crank up for you. And then over to Tucson, to Phoenix, Yuma, the Inland Empire of California here, Las Vegas, we're going to be seeing those 100-degree temperatures start to take shape out there over the next couple of days, okay? All right, here, thinking of heat, here's our temperatures. And we're going to be seeing those 90s down here through Texas and into the desert Southwest. We're going to be seeing those temperatures hit the 80s here in the Central Valleys and lower 90s. So we'll be seeing our 90s right here through the Plains states, through the Central and Southern Plains, along the Gulf Coast. You see all these grays here. That's your 90s and upper 80s and temperatures near 100s. We'll be seeing those temperatures here in the 70s through the Great Lakes, the Midwest and the upper Midwest towards the Northeast. We're going to see those temperatures today hit those 80-degree temperature marks here. So we're going to be seeing a lot of nice warm weather here across the eastern half of the nation. Our cooler spot is going to be here in the Pacific Northwest, and the Northern Rockies is where we're going to be seeing things in the 50s and 60s, and along the Pacific Northwest coast there, 50s and 60s. But the rest of you are going to be baking out there with those 80s and 90s, and some of you folks down in the far southern end of the country is going to be seeing those temperatures hit 100. Here we are for your Saturday. Here we go with those 100s across Texas. Triple digits now, baby. We're getting those 100-degree temperatures in Texas now because we have another storm coming out into the plains. And what happens when a storm moves out into the plains? It pulls up Gulf moisture and it pulls up heat off of Mexico. So that warm air starts to get drawn up into that storm system. So that storm system is going to be right about here across the northern plains, and it's going to be drawing in that heat. So we're going to be seeing a lot of wind also down through this part of the nation with those 100-degree and 90-degree temperatures that's going to be getting pulled north to Texas and into Oklahoma and Kansas. So you're going to see in that hot weather down there. It's going to warm up as well toward the east. In the southeast, we're going to see those temperatures approach upper 80s and lower 90s here. And with 70 plus degree dew points, it's going to get hot down here over this weekend, but you're just going to be dry. But you will see things dry off a little bit here. A little bit lower humidity, a little bit of humidity this way because of our storm that's starting. But right now, this section is going to be under the influence of that high pressure that's dropping down out of Canada. So you will see things, temperatures fall back into the 80s here instead of those 90s, and a little bit lower humidity. So I'll give you that for your Saturday. And right for your Sunday, we are going to see you guys shaking and baking here. We're going to see 90 start to kick up here towards Texas again. We're seeing those 100s, 101 degrees here, and we're going to be starting to see that heat out here. We're seeing those upper 90s here in the desert Southwest, down in Tucson and Phoenix, 98 and 97 degrees respectively. We're going to be seeing that heat there, but our cool spot is going to be the northern Rockies here and the Pacific Northwest, and we're going to warm up here in the upper Midwest. Temperatures hitting the upper 80s in the Twin Cities, so we're starting to see things. We will definitely see a significant warm up here across the northern tier of the nation. So that is to look at the national weather forecast, including our temperatures for this holiday weekend. So your weather today, let's take a look at what our watches and hazards are. And let's start with this side, because we have a tornado watch out here from North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland. Here we got a tornado watch in effect for this area, and here is where we have active severe thunderstorm right now. So we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning here through North Carolina, but you'll be worrying about your flash flooding potential here and here through upstate New York into New Jersey here and Pennsylvania. Well, we got Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and we'll be looking at West Virginia down into Virginia and North Carolina as well. We'll be dealing with the possibility of flash flooding. Here's our very large red flag. The entire state of New Mexico and southern Colorado here. We also have Utah and Nevada in this red flag potential for this afternoon and evening. And we also have some winter weather advisory here for the Cascades, where we can see some wintry weather here above the 7,000 feet altitude, and we have a wind warning also through parts of Oregon and extreme northern California, where we're going to be seeing some high winds. Also high winds here through San Bernardino County here in the Mojave area of California. Some high winds is going to be possible for you folks down there. So that is a look at the current watches and hazards across America this Friday afternoon. Okay, so we've been dealing with a lot of hail across the country this last few weeks or months or so. A lot of instances where I've seen different footage and videos of large hail, and what we're going to talk about now is what causes hail. What makes hail happen? You know, we had a storm here a week ago where we had golf ball size hail here at my place here, and some places I know Texas and Oklahoma are frequent visitors, get frequent visits from golf ball and baseball size hail. I saw a hailstone the other day. Somebody showed a photo of a hailstone that was the size of a cantaloupe. Okay? Think of that, a cantaloupe. Okay, but this we're going to talk about how the evolution of hail. So when you get a thunderstorm, right, you get a supercell. You typically see hail in supercell thunderstorms, maybe linear thunderstorms. So your MCSs, your more complex thunderstorms, like those, even pulse storms can produce small hail if the updraft is strong enough. You can get small, brief hail from a pulse storm, but usually it's a supercell that gives you large hail. So when you get large hail, you typically see a tornado warning gets associated with that as well, because of the updrafts is super strong. So here we are, we have our inflow updraft here, and what happens when the rain falls, you have the precipitation here on the backside, you have your updraft on this side, and what happens is when the rain falls, sometimes the droplets get picked up by the updraft. They get caught in the updraft and get pulled back into the cloud again. And as they get pulled back into the cloud, they freeze and form hail. And as they make their evolutions or revolutions through the cloud because of those strong updrafts, the downdraft catches it, pulls it down, updraft, picks it back up again, it goes through. So what happens is that ice ball makes different trips through the cloud. It's a very violent action here too. It's not like smooth. If they are hitting other droplets, so they accrete other droplets as they collide with other particles and water droplets in the cloud. So at some point it gets so big and so heavy that updraft can't hold on to it anymore, and that rock then ice ball then falls back to the earth as hail. So the bigger the hail is, that means that the stronger your updraft is, and how the more times that hailstone went through the cloud, back and forth, up and down through the cloud because of those strong updrafts and downdrafts. And once they can't support it anymore, then it gets dropped down and it finally falls to the earth as hail. So that's how you get hail with these severe thunderstorms. And here's a quick video that's going to talk a little bit more about how hail forms and what you can do to protect yourself. Thank you for watching that quick video. And so now let's talk about the severe weather threat that's going to be going on over the next few days. Okay, so today we have our severe weather threat. We have our slight risk here along the northeast into the mid-Atlantic, down to the southeast here through South Carolina. We're going to be dealing with our severe weather, our slight risk here in the yellow, and that means that we're going to be seeing scattered severe thunderstorms in this region here, and we're going to see all modes of severe weather. We have large hail, damaging winds, flash flooding is going to be possible through some of this as well. And isolated tornadoes is also possible, okay? Now, in the dark green, from Maine all the way down through the Gulf Coast here in Florida, we are going to be seeing some isolated severe thunderstorms possible with large hail and damaging wind. I don't expect tornadoes to form in the dark green, but it's always possible, but it's more likely to happen in the yellow section. Okay, now here across the northern plains, we got Montana, we got Wyoming, northwestern Nebraska, or not Nebraska, northwestern South Dakota, southwestern North Dakota. This region right in here will be dealing with our slight risk for severe weather. So we'll see scattered severe storms here with tornadoes possible, and large hail is going to be the primary threat in this area. Damaging wind is also going to be possible. And in the dark green, we have our marginal risk for severe weather here through the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming, as well as Idaho down there. We're going to be seeing isolated severe storms, but large hail and damaging wind is going to be possible, as well as a tornado can happen in the dark green as well. So that is a look at where our severe weather is going to be this afternoon. Here is your Saturday severe weather, mostly across the northern plains again. Now we have Nebraska as well as South Dakota. We'll be seeing that yellow slight risk here. So this is where our tornadoes are going to be. Large hail, our damaging wind, and some flash flooding is going to be possible as well. In the dark green, we'll have our marginal risk. This is our isolated severe. With that large hail is going to be the threat, and damaging wind as well in the dark green area. And we'll have another area down here along the tail end of our cold front that's going to be moving from west to east here, and we're going to be seeing our dry line right about here. So dry line thunderstorms is going to take place in this region, where we're going to be seeing some pretty large hail and damaging wind. We know Texas and Oklahoma is famous for that large hail, as I talked about in that presentation back there. All right, here we go for Sunday. Now Sunday gets a little bit more busy here, as we see our enhanced risk for severe weather. So this means that we're going to see numerous severe thunderstorms possible, with several tornadoes possible or likely, large hail, large 2-inch diameter or more hail, 70 plus mile per hour winds. This is where I think we might see our derecho on Sunday. So we could see a possible derecho through western Minnesota, southeastern South Dakota, central Nebraska, northwestern Iowa. Now remember here, a few weeks ago, they had that haboob with the big dust storm associated with another line of severe thunderstorms, or maybe even a derecho that came through a couple weeks ago through this same area, and they had that dust storm. So the same thing is possible again on Sunday. So we're going to watch for damaging winds in excess of 100 miles per hour if we get a derecho to form on Sunday afternoon or evening there across the northern plains. A very dangerous situation could develop there. So pay close attention to my weather forecast and to your local weather forecast, okay? All right, so that was a look at the severe weather. Here's our fire weather outlook real quick. We're going to go through this. Okay, we're going to see our elevated fire risk here. Critical fire there in Nevada and parts of Utah. So St. George, you're going to be dealing with that. Las Vegas as well, going to have that critical fire danger for you folks from the low relative humidities primarily, and dry gusty winds taking place. All right, same thing for your Saturday out there. We're going to be seeing this and our critical risk here, and then we have elevated in the orange. So we'll be seeing that for your Sunday, for your Saturday out there. So we got that critical fire danger here. So we'll definitely see some red flags posted for this area for your Saturday. So please be careful out there with your weekend activities and any plans that may involve camping or anything to do with fire or bonfires in the backyard and stuff like that. So please pay close attention to the winds. We got very low relative humidities and warm temperatures, and we have a lot of ingredients there to contribute to wildfire. So please be careful if you're doing anything outdoors on this weekend. All right, so here we are with our tropical update. So a real quick talk about the forecast for this summer's tropical storm season. So the National Weather Service, or NOAA, thinks that we're going to have an above normal number of tropical storms or hurricanes this season, because La Nina is going to continue, and we've been seeing warmer than average Atlantic ocean temperatures as well. So La Nina and warm Atlantic ocean temperatures. There's been a lot of high pressure, so we have a lot of areas where it's calm for tropical storms to develop. We've already seen things try to get active in the Gulf of Mexico this week. We had that tropical disturbance that contributed to the heavy rainfall that we saw over the southeast and over in Texas. in Oklahoma over the last few days as well. That has come on shore, and things have quieted down in the Atlantic for now, or in the Gulf of Mexico. As we can see here, no tropical weather is expected here over the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico over the next couple of days, but we will be watching these thunderstorms here, or this trough of low pressure here that could be spreading some thunderstorms as well here along the southern sections of the Gulf of Mexico. We will keep an eye on that, and we have these thunderstorms as well. But this is associated with this cold front here, so this is not going to contribute to any tropical development at this time. But in the Pacific side, we have this guy here that has a really good chance of developing into something tropical, but it is moving to the northwest. So it's a good chance it may come on shore in Mexico before it fully forms into a depression or a tropical storm. So, but in the meantime, it's going to spread heavy rainfall along the coast here of Mexico and Nicaragua. So we're going to be seeing heavy rainfall in this region here along the coastal sections as we have this area of tropical disturbed weather out here over the Pacific, and that's going to make its way to the northwest there. So we'll continue to monitor in that, as it has an 80% chance of developing into a tropical depression over the next 2 days, and a 90% chance of strengthening over the next 5 days. So that is a look at the tropical weather forecast and this entire forecast. My name is Dooley Godot. Thanks for watching this program. Leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys all later in the next video. Thank you, and have a great day.